Well, good day, YouTube, and welcome to another episode of the Albino Beer Review. You have the Rhino. We're looking at two beers from Brock Street Brewing in Ontario. Whitby, I do believe. Whitby, Ontario. These do say it is the most refreshing street in Canada. Brock Street's Munich Lager and Brock Street's the Smoked Porter. I know my buddy Tanner was working there at one point. I don't know if he's still the head honcho brewing wise there, but I haven't heard anything otherwise. So, yeah, these came in an Amazing Clubs box. So there's that. We'll start with the Munich Lager because it's lighter and I have one cup. Right. My wife is here. She'll give some pointers from the peanut gallery. So at some point I'm going to go that way to give her, or I'll just pass her the can. Yeah, that might work, eh? I'll just pass her the can. Just like that. Okay, so let's look at the Munich Lager. IBU of 28. Original gravity of 13 Plato. Final gravity of 2.5 Plato. EBC 16. Limited release. 6% alcohol. A signature series release. The signature series. This is my beer glass that I got from Marché Touraine back when we were ordering all the time. I miss ordering from them. I do miss it. Brassy color, eh? Brassy, almost gold. Kind of looks like dehydrated pea. Smells just beer, basically. I mean, there's a little bit of caramel here. I'll pass this over to you. Ugh. A little bit of caramel, but sweet. Little apple esters. Beer smell. Cheers. And just like the smell, a little sweet, a little bit of caramel, a little bit of apple ester. Bready and biscuity on the back end. I mean, for a Munich Lager, it's pretty good. I do see somebody has commented, and I will get to that. I do see you. So let me finish this. Bready, biscuity. Little sweet, little apple ester. Little caramel notes to it. She says gross. I think for a Munich Lager, it's not bad. I mean, it's nothing spectacular, but a Munich Lager isn't supposed to be spectacular. It's just supposed to be drinkable. Up here in the land of Molson Dry and Budweiser, this is heavenly. Heavenly. In the land of the beer I would normally drink, it's not something I would ever really go to. That being said, I would probably give this, I'm going to give this 2 marks. Now, usually I do a stylistic and I do a myself mark. What I'm going to do with these 2 marks, and I'm going to do a living in the Arctic mark and a living in the South mark. Living in the South mark, probably a 5 out of 10. It's drinkable. There's nothing wrong with it. Living in the Arctic mark, that's like an 8.5 right there, man. Oh my God, it's a beer. So the next beer we're going to get to right after I read this comment. Middle Fish. I don't really have high-speed internet per se. We have the same internet we've always had. Well, not always had. We have the same internet we've had for a while now. They did say they bumped up the bandwidth to the satellites, but I also think the cloud cover that was there all the time, every single day being gone kind of helps too. Because we're still on fiber optic to the satellite. They are laying fiber optic wires through the bay this summer, and we're supposed to get it by Christmas. Whether or not we do, who knows? Anyway, next beer also from Brock Street, the Smoked Porter. So you might actually like this one. We're looking at 18 IBU, so less IBU. This is another signature series release, limited run. 6.5% alcohol, 15 Plato original gravity, 3.3 final gravity, EBC of 39. Brock Street Brewing Company, 244 Brock Street South, Whitby, Ontario. Tasting notes. I don't really care. Why? I always want ingredients. I don't want tasting notes per se because I'd like to figure out my own tasting notes. I'm not going to read the tasting notes, but what I would say is they have the ingredients here and they have pure filtered water, malted barley, hops, and yeast. So instead of just putting this little thing here, instead of putting this here, you could break down what type of malts you put in it. And I know some places don't want to do that because oh my god, you might figure out our recipe because you can't really protect it as much as you can protect some other things. But I would rather know, especially if I'm new to homebrewing and all that, I'd like to go, hey, there's all these beers with say like carapils and stuff in it that I really like. Maybe I'm going to brew a beer with carapils instead of walking into the homebrew store for the first time and not knowing what you're doing, sitting there going, what's this? What's this? What's this? What's this? What's this? Then you could actually start correlating what you like to what is in the beers that you like. Anyway, let's get on to that, right? You're ignoring me over there? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I do see that big old comment. We will get to that. Don't you worry. There we go. There we go. It actually even looks right in the glass because it's so dark. That is as black as the black blood of the earth. Okay, I'm gonna go with she's gonna think this is gross too, but we're gonna pass this can over to her. Here you go, honey. It is roasty toasty on the nose. You do get the smokiness to it. It does have an underlying sweetness to it. Almost like a charred wood scent.
Yep. Gross.
You get charred wood?
Yep.
Okay. So she gets charred wood and gross. See, I thought she might like this because she usually likes stouts and porters. But it's a smoked stout. Smoked porter, so you never know, right? And she wasn't a fan of it. Cheers. Ooh. Okay. It's a little thinner than I expected it to be. But other than the thinness, the mouthfeel, I can't really make a complaint. I mean, charred wood, little dark fruit, little chocolate, baker's chocolate at that. Little bit of smokiness on top of the charred wood. Smoky, charred wood, dark fruits, baker's chocolate, but thin. What does he say is his tasting notes on here? Brewed using a variety of smoked imported malts, this specialty beer has hints of chocolate and roasted grain. Deliciously smooth with a slightly sweet finish. Enjoy. I would say your forefront is sweet, but your finish is more char, isn't it? Like I wouldn't say that's a sweet finish. You ignoring me again?
No, I wouldn't say it's.
Like there is sweetness in this beer, but sweet finish. So is a good beer. Don't get me wrong, is a good beer. I just and if Tanner still is the brewmaster there, I expected slightly better because I've had porters from him. If Tanner's no longer there, well then maybe I just went into this thinking I was going to get something that I wasn't going to get anyway. That being said, another beer that will get 2 marks. 2 marks, right? Personal and living in the Arctic. Personally, I'd give it a 7. I could drink it. I like it. It has flavor. Again, my only real complaint is the body. It is a little thin for me. Living in the Arctic? Oh my god, that has flavor, and I live in the Arctic, the home of fucking $100 Molson Dry and $65 Bud. 12 packs at that. That was like an 8.9 out of 10. I can't throw it up at a 9 because, you know, I have a box of other things that could be better for living in the Arctic, but this is really good, and I live in the Arctic, so it's even better. There is actually a brewery that's open in Iqaluit, and I'd like to see if I can get somebody to find a way to get me some cans out of there, because they do can. Yeah, we I'm trying to do most of the brewery. I still have old videos on my phone, so they'll be uploaded. Now that the internet's working a little bit, where I can get a video uploaded in like 2 hours instead of 4 days. So they are getting uploaded, and I am trying to do a BDU once a week or so, and I might start doing them Sunday nights if mattering what goes on, because I mean Sunday nights was our 90-day fiance night, but now that it's over, I don't. Maybe I'll use Sunday night as
Somebody's selling cat litter on Facebook.
I saw somebody was selling cat litter, so somebody's getting cat litter up here. Somebody's also selling raw frozen dog food.
Like brand name stuff, or like
Yeah, brand name stuff, not
they...
country food, but brand name dog food.
Why the hell would you bring that up here? You can just fucking go hunting and get all kinds of raw food.
Anyway, so yeah, I really enjoy these, and yeah, I am posting more and more videos lately, especially now that my internet is working. I am posting more and more live stuff, but most of my new beers that I'm getting in, I'm trying to do this way, just because it's easier, and you know, every once in a while there's someone that chats with me, so it gives me a little moment to chat. Then there's other people that won't watch this video because of how long they end up going. Anyway, guys, oh, there's another comment. Poor Redbeard must be lost in my absence. No, they all are pretty up on doing hangouts and stuff themselves. And Redbeard's been doing a lot of game streaming, so I hear it's all going good. Anyway, I did these first 2 beers. There are now 4 more beers from this package to do. 2 from Abe Herb and 2 from. Oh, I can't even remember. Oh, Salter Street. Excuse me. So, maybe tomorrow after work I'll do 2 more. So you might see a notification around 9:30 tomorrow night. Me coming on doing 2 more. Kind of excited about these beers, and then I have some beers to try. One of my coworkers actually wants to do some reviews with me for 2 of them, so we might go to his house one of these days and do 2 of them or something. I might go over there and do that. But yeah, that'll be a very interesting translation night, because he doesn't speak much English and I don't speak much French, so it's fun. But he's a great guy. Anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching. Have a lovely evening. Au revoir. I'll be in tow. See you soon. Bye-bye. Mwah. If you have anything, you have about 10 seconds. No? Okay. Bye-bye.